Jack is my dog. He acts like a big baby, but he does not look like one. One of Gayla's ex-friends was threatening to kill him, but Gayla went and got him. He is a black lab. He is a heavy dog. We are very lucky he is still alive. He is very healthy. He is nice and loving. We are happy he is also happy. His leg is hurting. We are going to check it. To you, Gayla and Dad. That was a short story that my stepson Cole wrote about his dog Jack when he was 10 years old. I was informed by Jack's previous owner that she was no longer able to take care of him. He was just too big to handle and tore everything up that was in his sight. But isn't that what young dogs and puppies do? Tear things apart? After trying to help my friend find a good home for him, she decided that she couldn't wait any longer and she dumped him in the middle of nowhere. After speaking with her and her mother, I was able to find out where she dumped him at. The following morning, I spent many hours searching the area. He was not found. I gave up my search thinking that someone had found him and took him in. However, Jack was not a dumb dog. He found his way home. I had just pulled into my driveway when my friend called and said that he was back at her house and to come and get him. I rushed there and picked him up because I was not sure what she would do to Jack if I didn't. And that is where it all began. Jack came to our home and was the most lovable dog ever. All he wanted was attention and someone to love him as much as he loved us. It was an instant connection between Jack, Cole, and my husband Sean. Jack seemed to fit in with our other dogs like he had been there his whole life. He just had a couple of bad habits. While we were away on a weekend vacation, Sean's parents checked in on the dogs. After checking in several times, all Sean's mom would say is that you have a mess to clean up when you get home. And let me tell you what a mess it was. Jack did not like being confined to just one room, and he let us know about it. Not only did Jack tear the blinds off the bedroom windows, but he completely tore them apart, and he also tore the mattress pad off the bed. Till this day, I'm still finding bits and pieces of that mattress pad. It wasn't until he escaped from our house that we realized we needed to put him in an outdoor kennel. That day, I put him in a master bath of our home and left for work. When I returned home from work that night, Jack greeted me at my car. I thought to myself, I know I put him in the bathroom this morning. I walked in my house and noticed the bedroom and the bathroom doors were shut. I walked into the bathroom to find that Jack had jumped out the bathroom window. Picture this. An 80-pound dog fitting through a 12-inch wide window with a 5-foot jump to the ground. I'm really surprised he didn't break a leg. As time went on, Jack became the greatest companion. He loved to play fetch and play in his swimming pools. And yes, I said pools. He had 3 of them. During the winter, when it was cold out, Jack and his kennel brother Roscoe were brought inside. Jack would have rather stayed outside, but it was just too cold. I let him play in the yard during the day and let him inside at night. This brings us to New Year's Eve 2013. I let Jack out that morning to run in the yard as usual. I left the house later that day, not knowing what would happen next. Sean and I returned home around 9 p.m. after a visitation at a funeral home to find that something had been run over in front of our house. I immediately jumped out of the truck and looked everywhere. I first thought it was one of the cats, but soon found out what it really was. We hollered at Jack and Roscoe, but only Roscoe came running. Roscoe took off running towards the carport, and I followed, and that is where I found Jack. I was devastated. He had been hit and was already gone. It seemed like a bad nightmare that did not end. New Year's Day, 2013, we buried him. It was one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. He was one of my kids. There are many fun things I remember about Jack. He loved to swim and chase his birdies in the field. He will always be missed. Thank you.